Hello again, this is Roslynn Eve, and we're just going to randomly look at art today. I just put in the top here, scenery, and then I just flipped down and thought, what the hey, let's do something interesting today. Okay, so we're going to look at what is adding to images, and we're going to try to especially look at shapes and the kind of effect that they're having on images. And you can see that sometimes shape is being a positive or even the main goal of an image. Like, look at this one here. And you can see the, I'm assuming, Eiffel Tower or some sort of tower there. And in this one, look at how the shape is creating where you want to look within the image. Sometimes shape can be distracting because we get this shape that we want to follow here, and yet we've got this other shape here that's leading you in an entirely different direction. So that would be considered a conflict within the image because you're not sure whether you're supposed to be paying attention to here, especially because it's taking up so much space, or whether we're supposed to be taking our attention over in this direction towards the house. In this instance, we've got some shapes that are breaking up the image. You see how we've got this shape and this and this and this that is breaking it up, and in this case it's also blocking the view, what we would consider, oh, isn't that a beautiful view? There's not too much the photographer could do without cutting those two trees down. But maybe if they had gone right up to where the trees are to take the photo, then those trees wouldn't be there because they'd be standing beside them or in front of them, so it wouldn't be blocking their view. Okay. And we talked about lines in the last video there, and you can see how this is a strong line going in there. Okay, so again, this is, the shapes are all very undefined, would be a good way of saying that in this, except for the people and the boat. And we also have this as, you know, all the colors the same or similar, and then we've gone to a red here, so you know the color is having an effect too, not just the shape. But look at the beautiful shapes that you've got here that's creating up this image and making it exciting and different. We've also got all these little lines as well. So pay attention to what it is that is making these images exciting to you, and especially for artists to consider, what is it that is making it so appealing, right? Like, look at how unusual this is and how the shape is broken from the land line by the cloud. It's very unusual. So we've got this, you know, triangular shape and then the same reflection of it, and we've got this big line going through and the clouded line going through there. It's actually quite well done when you think about this, because we do have, you know, the warm and cool colors of the pinks and the blue and the warm orange there, and then you've got, it's not a line that is because it's uneven, it makes it much more exciting than if it was just, because it does cut the image in half, which is generally speaking not good. But I mean, this is so unique looking that the artist is getting away with sort of breaking the rules, so to speak. So there are exceptions to all the guidelines or rules as well. It's just generally speaking, this is what you do and this is what you don't do type of thing. But you can see how, again, the shape is creating a much more unique look in this image. And you can see here as well, see how the shapes are creating the powerful look of this image and the uniqueness of it. The same here, see? You don't usually see this sort of thing with a river, so it's very unique looking. And again, here, you see? So it is really important for people to notice what's going on in terms of shape, because sometimes a shape will draw your attention somewhere maybe that you don't really want it to be going, and it may be distracting you from where the intended area of interest is. Now see, this one is very focused on angle of view, and this one is texture. But we're really trying to focus a little bit more on shapes today and the effect that shapes have. And you can see there's all kinds of them. And look at how dominant this is, and especially because it's light and everything else is so dark. So it really stands out. And of course it does stand out, this one as well. Now, technically, the artist, to get this on the third line so it would be a stronger image, would be cropping this. Cropping off the side so that it's more close to a third line or a third line cross point. But again, now when we talk about these technical things in my book, all the 40 ingredients, do keep in mind that personal taste does not enter the picture. So when you're actually, moving in the direction of personal taste, then even things that go against the rules can be appealing to individuals because there's no accounting for taste. Like, for example, a canvas that's just all red, nothing else, just painted plain red, or let's say different washes of different colors of red. Okay, well, most people want something a little more complex than that, but you don't know. Each person is different. So, but you can get an edge on other artists if you understand what the guidelines are, because there is, it's kind of like a restaurant. If the food is too salty, it's too salty. There's a certain level at which people are going to be comfortable eating it, the same as viewing. There's a certain level we're comfortable with, and then, there are the few exceptional people that will really like the super, super salty food. So do you want to appeal to the majority, or do you want to appeal to a specialty group and have a specialty shop that has really salty food? Okay, anyway, you get my drift. So most artists are trying to appeal to as many people as they can with their work. So they're going to want to follow the guidelines so that it will appeal to a wider audience. Okay, so we're still just scanning down some images here, but you can see the shapes and where it makes you want to look within the image. And this is the dominant one here. Just like these here are the dominant ones because of the size compared to everything else. Okay. And of course, shapes can be anything. Houses, birds, trees, anything. Everything and anything is a shape and can lead you where the artist or photographer wants you to look. Now this one, there is no main area of interest, and I complain to people all the time about, if you want it to be strong and memorable, you want it to have an area that is more dominant than the rest to be a more strong and memorable image. Now this is a very memorable and unique type of image, right? With the clouds and then the ships in the clouds. Okay. So again, you can see shapes can actually break your image up and dominate it, or shapes can be a part of the image and flow in with the image so that you've got plenty of other things to look at. See, in this one, you've only got this one zone really you want to look at. Where look at all the shapes and different things that are going on in this image that makes it makes the viewer want to look around within the image more. Okay, well, thank you for, again, taking the time and interest to look at my videos. And I am the Art Advantage. This is what my page looks like. And it's, as you can see up at the top here, the address is www.facebook.com Practical Art Analysis. So if you would like to find me, and I do have all these fun links and everything here on my page. That's my book if you want to buy an email download copy. And there's some really cool stuff on here that's really, you know, other people's links and stuff that I put here, like that one, you see. So if these kinds of things like this rock artist here are of interest to you, then I think that you will enjoy my page as well. So please do feel free to enjoy the page as well. Okay. Well, thank you, and bye for now.